How do you pronounce the title of the movie we just watched anyway?
Polyed.
That's right. I hear these Americans, like, for some reason, Americans are really bad at French, huh? Like, probably, do is the most common one I hear. You know, it's really not hard. How have you not heard, like, 1 to 10 in French? How do you not know that? Anyway, not too bothered about disrespecting this movie, as we discussed before, but it was pretty anticlimactic for us in the end, I think, because nobody likes his films.
Yeah, like we said, the first one's terrible, and the ages ago whenever it came out, and then this one we predicted it was going to be terrible, but now everyone's saying it's terrible, which doesn't hit the same, does it?
Yeah, I don't know if I said it on recording, but like, obviously he's got all the gays against him because he did over what's his face for that gay movie, and then he's got everyone who hates a musical against him because it's heavily a musical. If you haven't seen it
yet, and men, he's got men against him.
yeah, but this is what it is. We watched it.
Yeah. And I think he had that gay kiss scene in this film, and he was like, "Nah, that's enough for me."
Yeah, like, oh, that's gay, so I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
That's
That
a
was
good
in
point.
there.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I don't know why that was in there. It was a bit random. The guards dared some tad to go and ask for a kiss off the Joker.
And he did it. He obliged because he's like a clown in
it wasn't a kiss like, maybe kiss. It was just like a weird, like, little thing like 5-year-olds do. No, not 5-year-olds, older than that.
Yeah.
Like a child would.
Yeah.
That's what I guess.
Have you got anything you want to talk about first?
I usually say what it's about, but it wasn't really about much, is it? It was just him chilling in prison.
Yeah, well, it was like the first act was like the whole prison thing, wasn't it? Like, he was just in there basically and he meets Harley Quinn. He's nothing like a Harley Quinn you've seen before. And then there's like the second and third act is like in a courtroom setting room / musical.
Yeah, and he's going back and forth the prison.
Yeah.
And getting beat up and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's just strange. It's just a strange movie.
And I'm sure you've heard a musical and you're like, oh, that's not bad. We've seen musicals before. And some of them are good, aren't
they? Yeah.
But these ones, when they start singing, you instantly just roll your eyes down and like, oh, Jesus, I have 5 minutes of this.
Yeah. It's like, obviously Lady Gaga is really good at singing, but he just can't sing and Joaquin, so yeah, I don't know. I don't really got much to say on that. It's just, what's the point in having that in a Joker movie? Like, you don't make Pirates of the Caribbean, and then the second Pirates of the Caribbean you make it a musical, do you? When everyone liked the first one for what it was. Like, just follow on the story. Like, what's the point in just like going off the rails with it? I don't really understand why you'd want to ruin your first movie like that.
If you just wanted to make that film, didn't you? But like, just make it. You become famous now from the first film you made. You can make that film whenever you want.
Yeah.
You just swallow your pride a bit and just make a Joker film that people want to watch.
Yeah. Because there are logical places you could have took it after the first one. Like, I've always said, like, it doesn't make sense anyway because Joaquin Phoenix is really old compared to like previous Jokers, and so like, it just doesn't work in the time frame.
And especially when it's set in like he's becoming the Joker when like Batman was like a kid in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Person.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? So. But then, because we're spoiling it, like everything. And not as much as spoiled, but at the end when that guy stabbed him and like he cut his own face, didn't he? Like a smile on his own face. So like, I don't know. Like, is it like, that whole copycat thing? Is it dude just as insane, or was he actually going to become the Joker, that guy, at the end? Who knows? who knows what it meant.
Yeah, did that guy, Arthur Fleck, or whatever his name was, inspire this guy to actually become the real thing that Batman fights in the future?
Yeah, I'm hoping that's it, and it just follows on. It's a proper Joker movie. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? That would be really funny if he just did 2 movies.
About some random guy who isn't actually the Joker.
Yeah, he's just inspired the Joker.
But then that's such an awful origin for the Joker, and I don't want that to happen.
No. The Joker's all there, and like I said before, he's all there.
Hmm.
It's off his head, but he's all there.
You can concile both of them conflicting statements.
Yeah.
Just not much happens, but it's also very boring as all the stuff that does happen.
Yeah. Like, it's obviously like the first one, it's like a social commentary, isn't it? And like, well, people sort of empathise with the one from the first movie, didn't they? That was why people liked it, because
Like male loneliness.
yeah, which any man can relate to. But like we've said, just make a movie about that if you want.
Why does it have to have the Joker plastered over it saying, it's part of this whole thing?
Yeah.
Because if you call it that, it comes with other stuff, doesn't it? And yeah, you can have your interpretations of it, like all the different comic runs, they're all different, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they still have like a core thing that makes the characters what they are.
Right, okay.
But this is just like completely its own thing, but just using the names or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah. It's almost off-putting when they say the names of the Batman universe characters, and like Harvey Dent or something like that.
Harvey Dent's in this.
It's just like off-putting. Like, it was just like, well, we're in like a different movie, like it's nothing to do with that. I don't know, strange.
And then there wasn't any references to like any Batman stuff in this one that I seen.
I don't think so.
Like, the last one, he like went to Wayne Manor or whatever, didn't he?
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
But this one is just, they don't even mention that.
No. I just think he couldn't think of anything to get it in there, really, more than anything. Or maybe the first one, they were like, you've got to get this stuff in, But now the second one, then like they just let him completely take the reins. Todd Phillips.
Yeah, and he doesn't have respect for the source material, so he just didn't fit any of it.
No.
He just looked at the comic, seeing Harvey Dent was some like attorney or whatever. He was just like, I'll whack him in there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the same thing with Harley Quinn, just like, he meets her in prison, I'll just whack her in prison.
Yeah.
Doesn't understand why she meets him in there.
So what do you think, like, people online trying to, like, work out what the hell he was doing in this movie? One theory is that, he sort of just wanted to destroy, like, any empathy people had for the character in the first movie. By, like, showing his detriment and, like, how he's failed epically by the end, and amounted to nothing.
Yeah, I've seen the theory. It's like, Hollywood hates everything that the first audience liked. Like, they hate that person.
Yeah.
Like, it targets, they wanted to put a marker down saying, no, we don't target them.
Right, yeah. Well, that's the thing, because, like, it's good to have movies about them sorts of characters, isn't it? But you gotta make it, like, better. You can't just take the joke and do it like that. Because he's not that way, is he? So, like, obviously I want to see films like that. They're interesting, aren't they? Because like you say, like, Hollywood doesn't like that side of society at all, do they? Like any man, any straight white man. So they don't. Well, that's another thing, right? They made him a bit gay in this one, didn't they? Like, and stuff. They did completely, like, ruin the legacy of the first movie character, didn't they? Really?
And I don't know if he's been instructed to do that, or he's just part of Hollywood now, that's the sort of ideals that they instill in you, that he just done it subconsciously.
Yeah, I wonder, like, if he just didn't realise what he was making in the first one. Like, it was sort of just, like, from his soul, basically, like, he put it out there. Like, because it's just true to life, isn't it? Really. But then he realised what he'd done, and like seeing how people were reacting to it. And like I seen this is years ago, but I think it was Andrew Tate's brother was saying like he empathised with the character and stuff. So obviously, people in Hollywood don't want to be seen as like, aligned with his point of view, do they? So I think he just didn't realise what he was doing probably. And what it turned out to be.
And then you can't lie that the numbers that they made on the first film, it comes from predominantly white males.
Yeah. No women were really bothered about
that. And then if you're gonna take the piss out of them, make it a musical, which they hate.
Yeah.
Historically, then they're not gonna watch it and they're gonna hate it.
Yeah, I think that's the only rationale really for why he made this movie. I can't think of anything else. Because you could say like artistically he wanted to do it or something, but
they probably was gonna kick him out of Hollywood if he didn't correct himself.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And obviously he wants to make other films and be rich or whatever, doesn't he? So he's just like, right, whatever. I'll have to make it like this.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Obviously we're just speculating, but it's one of the explanations, I guess. One of the more realistic explanations.
No, yeah, but if anyone can give me some sort of reason why you do this, because it was like straight after the first one came out, really, when he said like, I've had this idea for ages and I wanted to do a Joker movie that's a musical. Remember that? Like, it was like straight away on it. He's like, I've always wanted to do this. I don't know. I just don't know what to make of it. It's strange.
It's strange. It's a strange one. It'll be a good study in the future.
Yeah.
And like more information comes out, I guess. Because stuff's gonna come out about it. People on set who know this guy are gonna say what actually happened, why it was a failure, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting. See how it goes.
And then I just wanted to get something that I found funny in the film. It was like a dream sequence thing. He was in the courtroom.
Yeah.
And they were like annoying him, so he imagined something that he wanted to happen. And then he just went around like shooting off a gun, didn't he? Like into the crowd. And whacking the judge with a gavel. That was in the trailer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then he shoots himself at the end of the scene and then he wakes up. And I just thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was. That's the thing, really. This movie was well shot, wasn't it? Again, like cinematography is insane. Like we said in the trailer preview. So you can't hate on that aspect of it. Like you say, that scene was well done, wasn't it?
Yeah, if he wasn't singing during that scene, then that would have been like a epic scene, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And obviously they had him singing, so it kind of ruined it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only good thing I gotta say about it.
Yeah.
And then the acting. Obviously Lady Gaga, we're saying she can act, but she didn't actually have to act in this film.
No, it was just like a performance really from her. As herself.
Yeah, and she was just singing. She had like a couple of lines, and then the rest are all just songs.
Yeah, I don't really understand why she'd take that role. Like, surely she wants to get away from musicals. Well, I don't really see the point, but I suppose she thought she was going to be in like a massive blockbuster, didn't she?
And then Joaquin Phoenix, obviously way worse than the first Joker.
Yeah.
He didn't even say much, did he, in this film?
No, at the beginning he was silent for ages, wasn't he? I don't know. I don't really have too much to say on it, really. It's just a strange thing to try and act in. There's no question, and he's a good actor. Right? He's just weird. He's just a weird guy.
I just wanted to say that prison that was set in, that's going to become crazy in the future, and Batman starts locking up all these weirdos.
Yeah.
I think there's a half crocodile man that's going to be in there.
Yeah.
That's fairly normal right now.
Yeah, that Irish guy in there, Gleason. He's going to be like, what the hell?
Jesus Christ.
Bring back Arthur.
Some like scarecrow looking dude who puts on a sack on his head.
Yeah. Jesus. Like he's unhinged.
Some like Mexican brute who's like 8 foot tall.
Yeah. It would be all funny, wouldn't it, if he just starts making Joker movies that are like the original Joker. Like that would be so funny, wouldn't it? And it's just the
really
guy.
like comic booky like superhero.
Yeah, and the guy who killed Arthur at the end. He's the Joker. I just love that.
Hmm.
It'd be so funny.
He's not going to make another one, surely.
No.
And they're not going to continue with this world or anything.
No. I think it's done now.
But, I don't know if we said it on video before, but really big missed opportunity not having Robert Pattinson Batman and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn and then like a Joker in the film together.
Yeah, like I said, probably Jared Leto ruined that really, didn't he? Because he had a bit of a strange turn, didn't he? Like, I don't know what he was doing with that character, to be honest. So.
And that would have just printed money, wouldn't it? It would have made more than the first
Oh,
job.
yeah. God, yeah. Yeah, I'd hate to even guess what that would get.
If it was actually good, this is saying if it was good.
Well, yeah. Yeah. It's a whole different thing, man. Who would you get to direct it? Yeah.
You gotta say Christopher Nolan because of the trilogy, but I doubt he'd do that. So.
Ruin his legacy.
That's the June guy. Would he have a crack at it?
I don't know, maybe. They're the two, aren't they? They're the two big dogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. What about like any Oscars nominations or something for this?
Brendan Gleeson for the prison guard. He's a stand-up guy.
I just don't think it's going to do anything there. Just because of the box office, but you never know, do you? Like, sometimes I just pick like a bad movie, an objectively bad movie, but like it's got a couple of elements that are good. You know, like the cinematography, like in this one. Sometimes I do that sort of thing, don't I? Or just the song or something.
Don't know if there's an original. Don't think there was, but...
I don't know, Mountains or something. I don't know if that's an original or not.
I don't know, the one on the credits is that. Like a new one.
Don't know.
Didn't really listen.
No.
Wanted to get out of there, didn't we? Sick of it.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into the star rating now?
Yeah.
We're gonna just give it a 0.5 for that one scene. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and like, I should say again, zero's reserved for like, cringe or like just, I don't know, degenerate, isn't it? Like stuff that shouldn't be put on screen, but this wasn't like really that offensive. You know, it's just bad. So, you know, it is what it is.
And compared to the other one, it could have been better. Like, even if it was half as good as the first one, then it would have been alright.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's all she wrote on that. Unfortunately, it wasn't the video we wanted it to be. You know, obviously we said we wanted to hate it and we didn't like it and whatever, but also everyone else didn't, so it ruined it.
We would have ate on the first film review, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
We weren't making videos then. Did
No,
everyone like that?
many years ago.
Mm.
But yeah, like we said in the last one, Blitz. If anyone's listening to this point, we're watching Blitz on Wednesday night, so there'll be a video on that, and then a couple more.
Are we watching on Wednesday Outrun, Megalopolis and Blitz?
Yeah. And then Saturday we got Transformers 1, and Nora, and then one other to be determined. But yeah, look out for them. I'm looking forward to them Blitz and Nora, but you know, we have no idea what they're like really.
I know it's supposed to be good.
Hmm.
But could just be these idiot critics saying it's good when it's actually trash.
Yeah, but I really like the Florida Project, didn't we?
It's made by the same guys.
Yeah.
It's got potential.
Yeah, because that was when we first started watching movies properly, really, wasn't it? We watched that and it was really good. So.
Watched the trailer for it and think it looks alright.
Yeah, and then Blitz is just one of them. Like, it could either be mid or good. I don't think it'll be bad.
It's just something about history that actually happened, so it can't really be that bad.
Yeah, and we always like movies with a bit of British culture in there, so I'm hoping they lean into that, you know. Because obviously you hear like what people did during the war and like what they ate and how they lived. So we need that on screen.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's all she wrote really.